this, but Tlacticpac essentially is this dreamlike existence that we are living on here in planet Earth, right? And the dreamlike aspect comes from the inability to establish any sort of permanence in this reality. Fucking nothing is permanent. It's one of the facets of Teotel, right? It's always changing. It's in constant state of flux. It's a dynamic, non-agentive force, meaning it doesn't necessarily have a thought process behind it, right? It's not like Teotel is coming along and saying, let's fuck up your life today because you deserve to have your life fucked up. And then in 3 months time, we're going to come back around and make up for it by making your life awesome. No, that's not how it works. It just is. It's the natural process of unfolding. It's the natural process of becoming, right? And in this process of unfolding and becoming, there unfortunately is no permanence. There's no fucking permanence at all whatsoever. And that is perhaps the most devastating facet of Teotel and his Nahuatl philosophy, right? Because it's like, fuck, dude, why am I born into this earth? Why am I born into this life that is just going to be taken away from me? Why am I born into a universe that is in a fucking constant state of flux and where there is no absolutes? Because, you know, this is actually very important in regards to the last podcast that I did, Fire and Blood, for those of you who aren't keeping along in, you know, numerical order. But the idea here being in that is that in the absence of any sort of absolutes, there's kind of no fucking meaning or purpose at all whatsoever, right? So going back to this whole the absurdity that Camus was referencing is like, yeah, we have this fucking inherent desire, we as people, to fucking seek meaning and purpose in an inherently meaningless and purposeless universe, right? And this is fucking devastating. This is fucking awful. This is sad. This is some sad shit, right? Hence the whole Sad Boi Life. Whenever you hear me referencing shit like, oh, sorry for the delay in the podcast, it's having a little fucking Sad Boi Life, right? But I've bounced back. That's basically what it's referring to, because I myself fall victim, like undoubtedly you most likely do as well, to the absurdity on quite often, right? Maybe you never had the words to articulate it, but I'm sure many of you, myself, like I'm not the only one for sure. Obviously, there's a reason why Camus is so famous, right? But I'm speaking specifically to the people who are listening to this right now, right? Maybe you've experienced this yourself before and you've just never really had the words to explicate it. But now that we're learning the philosophy, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, I know exactly what that's like, right? This general fucking sense of, damn, another day gone by. Like, what the fuck did I do with this day? Wasn't it just morning? It's already nighttime. And this nighttime is exactly the same as the nighttime before. I'm doing the same fucking thing over and over and over again. I'm gonna fucking wake up. I'm gonna do my morning hygienical routine. I'm gonna fucking eat my breakfast. I'm gonna get ready to go to work. I'm gonna fucking drive to work in one direction. I'm gonna be at fucking work for an X amount of time. I'm gonna take my quick little break for my lunch, however long it may be. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna get my workout in, whatever it is that we do at lunchtime, right? I'm gonna go back to work for another predetermined amount of time. Then I'm gonna get back in my fucking vehicle and join all the other people in traffic and driving in the exact opposite direction from whence we came 8 hours ago, to go back home and do the exact same thing that we did prior to coming to work, but in reverse order, only to get ready to go to sleep and get ready to do it all over again the very next day. And inevitably, after a while, we start to ask ourselves, well, hopefully, if you haven't yet, maybe with this podcast you will. What the fuck is it all for? Like, what am I doing all this shit for? For one, none of it fucking matters. How do I know none of it matters? Because there is no absolute established truth. Everything is constantly in a state of flux. And with everything in a constant state of flux, I can't fucking set roots down. I can't fucking ground myself to this earth. And thus I find myself like in this fucking cycle where the older I get, the faster it seems to be going, till I'm fucking spiraling head first into the fucking the abyss, right? The warm embrace of nothingness that is slowly welcoming us all, right? It's entropy, if you will. It's just waiting for us all, and it's like we're spiraling head first into it with these fucking cycles of behavior, and we've never paused to consider: A, why am I stuck on this cycle of behavior? B, what is the catalyst that put me in this cycle of behavior? But more importantly, what the fuck is it all for?